The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Throwing now is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Again, it's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tavon Austin, 53 yards. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Miller. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Complete. It's Johnson. Give them 32 on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Miller. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. On the ground, Kamara. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
0-2. Don't get Buzz. 24 is the mic. Let's go. 24 is the mic.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. He gets it to Thomas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, kill. Bravo.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us.